Recently, a video appeared in my recommended feed on YouTube. It's Time to Say Goodbye by Davey504, a Italian musician spending his time partly in Italy and partly abroad. We're not going to watch the video or react to it here. You can find the video on YouTube. It's like a 7-minute quick watch if you're interested. Basically, in the video, Davey504 states that the Italian government is taxing its citizens at roughly 60%. So 60% of every dollar you own is swiped by various taxes. That he was abroad, and upon returning to Italy, he was accosted by the revenue police and treated like a criminal while they verified his revenue, checked to make sure his taxes were up to date, blah, 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 blah. That he was treated like he was scamming the state until the state concluded beyond a doubt that he wasn't. And thus, he's making the decision to leave his family and his homeland behind to seek an easier life elsewhere. Because the Italian government has made life too difficult to survive in Italy. Italians love Italy, but the Italian government doesn't love them back. Now, this video loops into what I wanted to discuss here today, because that video by Davey504, there are comments about how government bureaucracy is stupid, it's not thought through, they unknowingly pass new laws without getting rid of old obsolete ones, etc., etc., etc. A lot of soft coping, basically. Wrong, wrong, wrong. This strategy, and we've been seeing it all over the Western world now, this is not just an Italian problem. The ever-increasing difficulty of the economic situation. Shed from yourselves this idea that it's an accident, our leaders are just stupid, it's a mistake, it's not an whoopsie of bureaucratic oversight. Discard these ideas, delete them from your lexicon. This is purposeful. Economic warfare. This is intentional. It's being done to you. Economic warfare is happening on the scale of nations and on the scale of the individual. Nations that try to break away from the evil, satanic, black magic global banking system are crushed. I mean, how many examples can we look to in the past? I mean, Libya tried to break away from central banking and go back on the gold standard. Whoops, there's a civil war and Gaddafi is killed. The new government immediately abandons its economic plan. Venezuela tries to use its oil reserve to prop up its own country, making gas cheap for its citizens instead of supplementing global markets. Whoops, will crash your economy and then kidnap your leader. BRICS begins to phase out the US petrodollar in favor of an alternative global currency. Whoops, you're the global bad guys now. Russia is pulled into a fake war, Iran is decapitated, and China is being lined up to take a new blow. But I digress. Let's pivot away from the national scale for now, and let's get back to talking about the economic warfare on a person-to-person basis. It's by design, folks. We don't live in a free market of free global capital-driven trade, as much as Milton Friedman pretends we do. The economy is totally controlled. I like to think we're all smart enough to know that by now, right? I mean, I think we're all smart enough to realize that the economy is totally controlled. The system is rigged, as that piece of shit George Carlin said. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. The corporations, the CEOs, the politicians, they're all in league together. They all know the same secret handshakes, go to all the same secret society meetings, worship all the same evil deities. We all know this. If tomorrow they wanted your groceries, your gas, your rent, your insurance, your taxes, all to be cheap, they could make it happen, because they control the levers of the big evil machine. But they don't. They don't want to make your life economically easier, because they don't want to. But, and I want you guys to pay attention here a little bit, they don't want to break you either. Let me explain. For simplicity's sake, let's start with two economic states you can be in as a regular person. having enough and having nothing. The global financial cabal doesn't want you in either of these two camps. They don't want you to have enough, because then you have enough time and resources to think about them and how to get rid of them, making you a threat. They don't want you to have nothing, because a man who has nothing to lose, making you a threat again. They want to keep you in between, hinging right in the middle. They want to keep your chin above the water, but never stop you from struggling not to drown completely. They want you in a constant state of on the brink, constantly worrying about the rent, the grocery bill, your insurance payments, your mortgage payments, your healthcare costs, and whatnot, so on and so forth. Because if your brain is so entirely focused and consumed about bills, and your time is so sucked up by working all those extra hours to cover the month's rent, you don't have time or the energy to be a threat to the system. By keeping you in a constant state of economic limbo, they have neutralized you as a threat. Then, when you're gone, however many years later, they'll celebrate the death of another non-threatening white man and then import 10 80 IQ goo-brain slaves to replace you. Never forget this, folks. It's all intentional. They're doing it to you. How do you fight against it? Well, I'm not an economic genius. I can't tell you how to hustle money or how to nickel and dime your way to a better life. I've never been good at that kind of stuff. I'll be the first to put up my hand and admit I'm not an economic genius. I'm not a cash money player. I'm the first one to admit it. I will. But amidst this economic warfare, we cannot lose sight. We cannot lose focus on the struggle against the evil that pervades this world. We have to link up. We have to come together. We can no longer sit by and wait for a hero to come along and get elected and fix the system and lead the charge. We're on our own, folks. We have to work together, connect with like-minded locals and come together. Build a network of dependable, like-minded brethren. It doesn't have to be massive. I'm not saying you have to join a huge group, 20,000 members strong or something crazy like that. Maybe it's 10 guys. Maybe it's 5 guys. Maybe it's two buddies Work together. Help each other. And I know it's going to be easy to say, let's work together. We can depend on each other, and then never follow through with it, right? We all know that. We've all seen it 100 times. How many times have you made a resolution to get into action and change your life and then do nothing about it? Of course. It's easy to do that. How many times have we seen it happen? Follow through on it. This is what it's all about. Making changes in your life, working together, supporting each other, asking for help from your brethren, and then actually helping when one of your brothers calls for help. Defeatism, inaction, and giving up before even trying is how they win without lifting a finger. Your brothers are out there. Find them. Let's come together. Let's work together, because the enemy is out there and they fear you actually activating yourself against their evil machinations. Because the evil economic warfare we talked about in this video, that's just one factor. That's just one part of their plans for you. It's just one aspect of the evil. It's just one aspect of their plan that they use against you. So it's time to start working against it. That's all I wanted to say today. As always, you can find my past music videos and a few other videos too spicy for YouTube on my Odyssey page, link in the description. You all know the drill by now. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay sane in this crazy, crazy world we live in. This is Insensitive Speaks, signing off.